Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy 2 Day. I don't even know how to, I don't know. But I wanted to talk about like when people make it, right? When you say somebody made it, like what that means. Um, and I think that it's my strong belief that you got to make it here. You got to make it on the inside before you can ever, um, before anybody else will ever realize that you made it on the outside. Um, so for me, I went through a lot on my own experience and my own journey of learning things, getting lost, being confused, not having confidence. So all of those things was relative to myself and my own path. And what I realized is that you have to start in here, you know, and you just gotta have your own fire. You gotta attend that fire and make sure it doesn't die out, and keep fanning it. And then next thing you know, when people realize you're a forest fire, you're a force to be reckoned with, because you're able to light others and ignite others who will ignite others, just spread like wildfire. Um, so you got to have that mindset and you got to have that mentality. That's why um, I'm very passionate about the things that I believe in. And I've always been collecting information, but now I'm actually trying to actively share it. I've always kind of did that too with my close inner circle, but at large in the world. This is something I've always been passionate about doing, as far as spreading my message with a farther reach, but I was always afraid. I was always stuck in my own head, um, creating hypotheticals that may or may not even happen. Um, the thing is, I kept seeing people, I kept seeing the truth, I kept seeing the information out there abundantly. Um, my YouTube is heavily focused on it. All my sources of information is curated towards me. It's a reflection of my desires and what I want. So, $1 million, $1 billion, um, millionaires and billionaires, and the mindset that they have, and the habits and routines that they adopted. That's all to me. You look at somebody else's YouTube, it could look totally different. Um, so I wanted to start now, before you say I made it, before you could say, before you would think, oh, now I'm gonna listen to this guy. I want to take you along my journey, in my process, so that you can see and you can hear the things that I'm saying, and that you can see what I'm doing, so I can be an example from you, starting from the bottom, you know. Um, and then I can hopefully give you the encouragement, or at least an example, one example of many, of how you can craft, hone yourself. It's just so important to just get started. Life is all about starts. Because if you examine yourself closely, you're probably doing the things that you started before. And it's easier to start something and continue it. It's like the snowball effect. So you might be having the reverse snowball effect, where you don't start and you're used to not starting. And that's what you're bringing to yourself, you know. And if you, like, things kind of replace itself depending on, it's dictated by your passion. Right? I used to play a lot of video games. That's what I was into. And then music slowly took over, and now you'd be hard pressed to see me with a video game, but you will see me on my phone writing lyrics, like, any chance I get. Anytime I get a tune, it's like, oh, I'm in here. And it feels as addictive as a video game. I can honestly say that. Um, I think I've been forcing myself to speak to a certain amount of time, but I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to keep it short, keep it focused, and I be getting these ideas that just hit me, and I put it in my calendar. But I put it in my calendar, and then who knows when I'm gonna get to it. And then what happens is, when I come back to the topics, I don't feel that same energy that I did, and I'm just not in the same mode. So trying to keep it present, you know, matching. Like, if I do something today, or if I think something today, I do something today, you know. And it's not always about the end goal. It's about getting familiar with the process. Um, like I was uploading a lot, right? Right now my focus is on higher quality content. So I had to stop myself. And it was kind of hard to stop myself because once you get going, once you pop, the fun don't stop, right? So on my Instagram, I was like almost addicted to putting out a new sound, a new song every day, just to get that feedback, or just to be consistent. You know, I tried it for 30 days or 60 days, and then it was a habit. I didn't have to really, like, my mind and my body was just already geared to it. Like, this is what we got to do. This is what we do. Um, so I realized for myself, it's not always about getting instant fame and whatnot. You'll learn things as you go along. That's why it's so important to do, because when you do, you automatically account for your mentality. You already account for the person you are. You can't just hear things and expect that you're going to get whatever you see or whatever is promised to you in the same amount of time or even in the same way, right? So when you do, you expose yourself and you allow yourself the opportunity to truly learn whatever it is. So even me talking to you right now, you're not learning. Um, you're not learning until you start affecting your subconscious mind, until you start affecting your body. I could just be talking to your conscious mind right now, but you're not really getting it unless you pause this video and actually take, act on these things that I'm saying. Anytime you read a book, you see a movie, you hear a principle, you see some values, or you hear an action that you could take, do it, you know, um, because you'll only get faster. You'll only become more efficient in your process. And not everything is always about, like I said, instant fame or getting the money right away. There's lessons you got to learn, nuances, intricate lessons, small details that you got to learn in order for you to grow. There's always value to whatever you could do. So just do it. But mindset, you got to be right here first, right? And I think that's one of the strongest reasons for why I didn't get the success that I was anticipating. My mindset is just trying to give value with no expectation. And really, expectation, even though it's a goal and you can aspire to it, it's also a limitation in your willpower. If you feel like you did enough, if you, like, let's say you feel like you did enough to get to where you want to be, and now you're not there. Now you might be like, oh, guess it wasn't worth it. But you're not factoring in the value of the other lessons that you still need to get, or the other information that you still need to get in order to attain that. Sometimes you just got to go out there, have the audacity, or just have the resilience to say, I'm going to figure it out. Perfection be gone. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to just get out there and you just start doing stuff. And you might do stupid stuff. You may not know better. And that's what I was doing. I was making a lot of mistakes, making a fool of myself. But I accepted that risk. I said, even if I look like a fool, I'm going to do it. And then that gives me the opportunity to expose myself to other people that may be able or willing to help me. They may say, oh, you wildin'. Why don't you just do this? And they might offer a different approach, or they might offer insight. And that's what I gravitate to. If you tell me to stop doing something, I'm going to really analyze that critically, because I'm wondering if you have a limited mindset and if you're trying to give me your fears or throw that on you. But if I see it's coming from if you're coming from a place of love and concern, and you're only trying to assist me in reaching my goal, then I'm gonna gravitate to what you're saying and then analyze it further. And then if it's validated by other minds around me, then it's a go. And then I'll start to embrace the change for myself. But you can't really get that process unless you are doing. That's why I'll put these videos up. You'll see me. My lighting might be off. I might stumble, and I'll just keep moving forward. Got to treat life like a game, Game over is not game over. And sometimes life give us the game over screen, and it's up to us to press start and play again. You know, if you're at an arcade, sometimes you got to put that quarterback in. You know, or whatever it is nowadays. We got cards. I just probably exposed my age. Um, but really, like video games, I might make another video talking about the analogy treating life like a video game. Um, I really like the idea of, like, you got people who, I think it's called red pill philosophy. I think I still gotta like look that up, if I really desire to do so. Um, but my understanding of life in general, or being woke, or being awakened, or being conscious, is that you want to become a player inside of this game, right? Until you're self-aware of yourself and you're able to influence and control your own actions, then you're an NPC. My gamers, I'm talking to you. Um, Not everybody's even going to get that reference, NPC. I feel honored and I'm just grateful um, to even be able to know that reference, to have the experience that I've had. Me, I'm a solo player kind of person. Never really dwelled really into multiplayer, but it's okay. I know who I am. Well, I'm growing to know who I am. I never want to be too sure of anything sometimes, but there's a balance to everything. We just want to have confidence in ourselves at the foremost, and have belief that we could do anything that we desire to do. Right. I'm gonna cut this video short. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment. I never really created an end screen for my YouTube videos. There's a lot of tips and tricks that you could do to enhance something, but you can't enhance nothing. So sometimes you got to make 30 videos, 60 videos, 90 videos, not doing it the right way, but you'll learn little nuances here or there. And really, the other tips and tricks, the shiny coats, that's like additional stuff. Definitely could have value for you and optional for you, but at a fundamental level, like that's like intermediate advanced stuff. The fundamentals is you got to get out here and just start doing. Just do, no expectation. Do, no expectation. Try to do whatever it is you have in your mind, whatever it is you're thinking. Don't put things off. Stop putting things off. I'm a procrastinator. Or I have been a procrastinator. We got to be careful of the language that we use. If you'll notice when you listen to me, you might hear me talk on similar concepts, and the reason for that is that this is all fundamental stuff. This is all basic things, but sometimes you got to hear things 1,000 times. Sometimes you got to hear things a different way, and Gary Vee even said it. He said there's only 15 truths, and I just might have to spin it this way, or I might just have to be on this platform. And I'm really trying to be for the people, as I learn how to also satisfy the self. But I'm doing a lot, doing a lot for you guys. I'm doing a lot for myself, and I just want to extend value in the ways that's comfortable, and that resonates with me. As I continue to grow and understand and learn myself and learn others. All right, so I'm gonna cut this off now. What would I do to make an end screen? Like an authentic 2-day end screen. Oh, all right, so thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure for you listening to me. Thank you for taking the time out to hear my rambles. I love you. I appreciate being appreciated, and it feels good to be able to resonate with somebody and vibe with somebody who understands where I'm coming from, and is willing to listen to my thoughts. And hopefully you're able to take something of value from this as well, and grow with me, and be inspired with me. I'm not only talking to the camera, I'm talking to real human beings. I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to my friends, I'm talking to anybody who's willing to listen. If you appreciate the things that I do here on YouTube, Like and subscribe, please. Hit that subscription button and hit the bell.